Good morning, everyone. How is everyone this morning? It's still chilly here in California, and I know I really have nothing to complain about based on everybody else and where they live, at least Dave, Alex, and James, anyway. But it is cold here in Cali. Morning, Alex.
Morning.
What's the weather like over there today?
Boo, 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 boo. I think it's 50 degrees right now.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No.
Oh, very cool.
It's supposed to be getting up into the 70s, I believe. Not midweek, I think. I'm not sure. It's very unseasonably warm right now. I'm sure we'll pay for it come January, February. What is going on with TikTok? Come on.
I don't know. There has been so many issues with TikTok recently. I don't understand what is going on. But it's not just, everybody seems to be having issues with it, and I don't know why. I know, it's crazy. Well, let's see here. I think the guys are joining us today, as far as I know, anyway.
I don't see them, but continue on.
Yeah, exactly. So, what a speech yesterday from President Trump. People were speculating, what's he going to talk about? Is he going to talk about Venezuela? Is he going to bring up something major? I think the head fake was that the possibility of bringing up those things kind of tricked the mainstream media into covering the speech, because he was on every channel last night, from what I understand. All the mainstream media.
He was on our channel.
Exactly. ABC, NBC, CBS, all of them carried it. And boy, it was a big goose egg for them in terms of what they thought might happen. But what did he do? He was able to talk about his accomplishments in a way where he wasn't being subjugated and he wasn't being hidden, which I think was phenomenal. What do you think, Alex?
Well, head fake for one. Some things we thought he was going to talk about, he didn't talk about. Things came out of left field. We'll cover in the report what the big announcement, obviously what you labeled the today's video for. Another interesting thing, and it's a little off topic, but before we get into indices and all that stuff, it appears that Trump Media Group stock surged 35% this morning after the parent company Truth Social announced a merger with a fusion power firm, TAE Technologies. Fusion power?
And I think Marjorie Taylor Greene has something to do with that other company, if I'm not mistaken. Going to power their own platform, possibly nuclear. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, guys. What's happening?
Well, we're just talking about President Trump's speech yesterday and the kind of the head fake that he did in terms of people thinking something significant was going to be said, and he really didn't say anything all that significant except for the Warrior dividend.
Trap cheese in the trap to bring them in.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a lot of noise about Venezuela, like, we're going to war with Venezuela.
Tucker Carlson ran it with it.
He's a peace president.
Yeah, exactly. Tucker Carlson did?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say?
He said that's what's going to happen. He said Trump's going to announce we're going to war with Venezuela.
Oh, my goodness. He even got Tucker.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
yeah. Or did he? Or did he?
Well, exactly. Who's read in and who's not? Well, I think we all have a pretty good idea. All right. Are we going to have James today? Do you know, Dave?
I have not talked to him. I think all the beer testing last night may have put him.
I was going to say
behind the eight ball a little bit.
I was going to say between the beer testing and the flags, the banners flying in the background with questionable sayings on it, to say the least. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
And you're surprised, Sam.
No.
Surprised.
No. I'm not surprised. Well, let's say some good mornings here. Let's see who we have here. Nurse is here. Grand rising to you as well, Nurse. Best Line Racing. Perry is going to be joining us later today in the show about 9:30. Sherry from East Tennessee is here. Brian, good morning, Brian. Vicky Veronica is here. I Speak 1717. Ego is here as well. from Rainy, Iowa. Pure Blood Holly Johns said the $1776 amount was so heartwarming. Absolutely. John Gwynn is here. Good morning, John. It looks like your stake bet is fairly safe at this point, but we'll have to wait and see.
Ooh.
Dana Mackey is here.
Whose side are you on, Sam?
I'm not on either side. Doug Rice is here. He said Trump opened a can of whoop ass on the deep state last night. Yes, he did. Not surprising. Well, there she is. It's Lisa Maria. Good morning, Lisa. Pure Blood Holly John says it says they will start a 50 megawatt plant and work up to 500 megawatts. That's a huge plant. Yes, it is. 100%. I'm sure you're talking about Truth Social and all. Tommaso Giovanni is here. Hey, Tommaso. Big Ben, Benji 1959 is here. Tracy Fagan, Kingsgirl 1974. Sue B as well. Who do we have? We have David Morales over on YouTube coming in from the UK. Kathleen Paschke's here on Facebook. Let's see. Oh, Top Crop TV is here. Hey, Top Crop. Glad you can make it. Wendy J is here. Wendy. Martin's WB. Good morning, Martin. Melissa Flinner as well. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. David Morales said he's got a huge global following, good or bad. He took the opportunity to say, look what we're doing here. Get on board, world. The world is in a bad way. USA is turning it around. Watch and learn. Very well stated, David. Very well stated. All right. Hey, PJ Party just showed up. Hey, Peggy. Glad you could make it. Rick Sr. as well. Good morning, Rick. Let's see. Alex, let's get some indices going. What do you say?
Good morning, everybody, on this fine Thursday, December 18th, 2025. Things starting off with quite the bang this morning after President Trump's speech last night and several other happenings in the markets. Looking at the S&P 500, it's up 66 points to 6,786. The Dow is up 191 to 48,077. NASDAQ is up 353 points to 23,043. Don't get too excited there, Mr. Gwynn, because looking at the commodities market, gold this morning broke $4,402, currently sitting at 4,392, but it did break the 4,400 mark. Silver currently down $1.14, sitting at $65.77. Looking at the crypto markets, again, weird spike in the early morning hours. So it's a mixed bag of tricks right now. Bitcoin is up 0.1% at 87,000. XRP 0.1% at $1.89. Ethereum up 1.4% at 2,888. Stellar Lumens at 0.5% on the positive side, sitting at 21 cents. Cardano down 2% at 36 cents. Kind of strange, these little spikes that we're seeing, only to very quickly go back the other direction. So several posts for today. The one that I thought most relevant, 3,724, December 18th, 2019. It must be done right. It must be done according to the rule of law. It must carry weight. It must be proven in a court of law. There can be no mistakes. Good things sometimes take time. Attempts to slow or block the inevitable justice, in quotes, will fail. D's election interference 2016. Hussein Clinton, illegal FISA, election interference 2018, Mueller, D's election interference 2020, impeachment projection. These people are sick. We, the people, are the cure.
Excellent. And Q talks about doing it according to the law. And I think what we're seeing is all of these different court cases, what are they doing? One of the things that they're doing is they're entering things into the record. And I think that is very, very important. So, as we move forward, yes, we haven't seen the perp walks yet, but we are seeing a lot of things happening behind the scenes. All right, let's see who else is here with us this morning. Rick Sr. just showed up. Tim Shaw 707 is here as well. John Gwynn said, will it be a photo finish? Time will tell. And for those of you who don't know, Alex and John Gwynn have a bet. And nice little Sunday there. John Gwynn said that gold would not hit $5,000 an ounce by the end of the year. Alex said that it would, and they bet a steak dinner on it. So we're all waiting with bated breath to see exactly how it plays out.
I just want to say that Alex has to make like 17% up before the end of the year, just to give you a heads up on that.
but here's the interesting thing, seeing all bets are covered, because I'm just going to simply have our buddy, Mr. Interstate Inmate, that wanted $1,000 XRP to just go ahead and mail those steaks to John, and we'll call it even.
Well, exactly. Native San Diegan is here. Nut is here. Grand rising to you as well, Nut. Earl Shannon's here over on YouTube. Good morning, Earl. All right, let's see. Dave. Beaver from Colorado Springs just popped in. Okay, Dave, let's see. What do you got today?
It's perfect. Welcome in, guys. It's rainy Iowa today. It's temperature dropping from 40-some degrees down to 3 degrees tonight. So that's going to be quite of a big change. But I wanted to say on the 17th of the month, which was yesterday, the Powerball number was 17 yesterday, just to give you a heads up on that. Yeah. And guess which one I took out? I took some out, but I didn't hit the big one.
Oh, well.
So, it was worth the risk. I took it the 7th.
Is it a real big one right now?
1.5, I think it's going to be for Saturday night. I think 1.5 billion.
I usually don't buy them unless they're big like that, but I didn't see that. I might have to get one.
Well, especially in California, your odds go up. That way, you guys get the taxes out there.
Well, and the thing
Works
is,
out really
if
good.
I win it, there will be signs that I won it. Mm-hmm.
Sam, I can't. I've tried to reach Sam for 2 days.
Exactly. Swimming pools and movie stars.
That's right. Yeah, you and James ought to get together. All right, welcome in. Markets: corn is up 3 to 4. Soybeans are down 3 to 4. Wheat is up 1 to 2. Cattle is down 0.6%, and hogs are up over 1% today. Market news for the USDA. USDA receives mostly negative feedback on the reorganization plan on what they have for the futures amongst states and other congressmen. So we'll see how that plays out for the future.
Yep, exactly.
They're down.
Thanks, Dave. Let's see here. Oh, the chat is just on fire. Kissing Bandit and Lipstick is here. Good morning, Bandit. Charlie is here. And Sassy Minnesota Girl. John Langloy just popped in. Good morning, John. Rick Sr. said, if I win, I'm buying TikTok. Well, I sure hope you win. That would be great, Rick. Oh, my gosh. All right. Hey, David just showed up. Hey, David. Pure Blood Holly Johns agrees Rick Sr. should win the Powerball. Exactly. David Morales is talking about, he said, it all has to be acceptable as evidence. Lists, flight logs, CCTV, comms, emails, they know everything. 100%. How many times has President Trump said, we have it all, we've caught them all? And how many times has he also said, if you rob a bank and you get caught, you have to return the diamonds? And
these people are sick.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's jump into some stories here. So Warner Brothers rejected Paramount's $108 billion hostile bid. Now, I think Netflix was only at, 70, 80 billion?
72.
72 billion. And you're talking about a 35% increase that they said no to. There has got to be more going on behind the scenes than they're letting on. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Surprised they're, the people didn't accept that, because obviously money's money, but there's probably more concerns on the backside of everything.
Right. Alex?
Well, when you deal with companies like this, the bottom line is profit, so it doesn't make sense in the world of mergers, acquisitions, and buyouts why they would reject that unless they had a larger offer looming somewhere.
Yeah, or we've talked about the different modules that are for sale, and how Ellison wants to get a particular module that contains CNN. I don't know how all that plays out. I have no idea how to track that, but it's something that people have been talking about, and I'm wondering whether or not that might be what it is. Who knows? Doug Rice 59 said, is interstate inmate still beer testing? Yeah, I think he probably is, because I haven't heard any, or he went pretty late into the night and didn't get up for the show.
So it says Warner Brothers board unanimously rejected Paramount's hostile bid, calling it illusionary due to insufficient financing commitments, no full personal guarantee from Larry Ellison on operational risks. So the board recommitted to the Netflix deal, stating that it's better for shareholders and more certain to close.
Interesting. PJ Barty said, someone check on James. He may be on the floor. It's possible. Melissa Flinner said, I sent Alex a message on TikTok because I'm computer illiterate to set up a meeting with him. So did you get that message, Alex?
I did, and I responded, and I did fix the links on the website. So if you go to alexramer.life, L-I-F-E, you can go to the contact, click that, and fill out the form, and it will actually email me. But I did take your email, copy the email that you sent me, and I sent you an email. So if you didn't get it, check your junk or spam folder.
There we go. Excellent. Sue B just posted a beer glass in the chat. Oh, it's too bad James isn't here, man. He'd be loving it, right? Or hating it. Not sure which. Let's see here. Moving on. All right. Oh, that's really interesting. My screens are having a little issue here. So Representative Dan Newhouse, a Republican from Washington, he was one of the ones that voted to impeach President Trump over the January 6th issue. Well, apparently he's not seeking re-election. Now, where have we heard before that somebody, whoever it is, that is not seeking re-election is been forced not to seek re-election? Oh, that's right. It was on the cue boards. Alex, what do you make of it?
There's a lot of people not seeking re-election in all factions and sides. It's going to be very interesting what the 2020 midterms look like. In another group on another call the other night, something was brought up. I don't think a lot of people understand that all 400 plus seats every 2 years are up for grabs. And so, and we've heard Trump hint at this, primaries. If we primaried all of those, I mean, we literally could have a complete overturn of all of those seats. So it'll be interesting to see what his messaging and what he's encouraging people to do. We know that the D's and the deep state would prefer that we just think that it's hopeless and not show up to the polls. The primaries are extremely important coming up, not just the midterms.
Yeah, exactly, Dave.
Well, it said here that he was not going to seek it. He had set himself to leave after 10 years to make room to pass the torch. But if he was in that position and knowing that how necessary the Democrats need him and be in place, I don't think he would leave unless there was other forces pushing him out.
Exactly.
You know.
Hey, Sherry. Hey, Sherry just made it. Hey, Sherry, glad you can make it. Pure Blood Holly John said we may be a bit noisy for James right now. Exactly. Benji 1959 said rhinos be gone, and they are. They are going away quickly. Teresa Freya Contractors here. She said, "Hey everyone, are we discussing Kamala not returning?" Now, I don't know what is she. I'm not sure what she's referring to. Do you guys know what she's talking about?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
but I'll look at it quick.
Yeah, let's see what it comes. In the meantime, an appeals court allowed President Trump's National Guard deployment in D.C. Better late than never, right? How many other states is the National Guard already in? Oh, that's right, 50 states. Alex?
Well, FAFO.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's Just another speed bump to try to slow things down is all the plan is.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. 100%. Native San Diegan is now on YouTube and said that had to go to YouTube. TikTok kept cutting out on me. I'm telling you, there's something going on with TikTok. It's been going on for quite some time now, and I have.
That's why I was on Facebook yesterday, Sam. I told you that I couldn't get reception or something goofy. I'm like, I had 2 bars. I know I couldn't go live, but I could. Facebook is the only thing it came in on.
That's
not
weird.
TikTok.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe something more happening behind the scenes. So the Trump administration is demanding Tim Walz's resignation after another fraud discovery. How many are we going to be? How much are we talking about here, Dave? What do you think?
Well, it's going to be the same concept from California, Illinois, New York. That's just another way to siphon some money off. It's going to be a lot. I heard upwards of $8 billion maybe out of Minnesota now.
Wow. Lisa Maria said that dude has some interesting eyebrows. Who are you talking about, Lisa? I hope it's not Dave or Alex. Alex,
James.
what do you think? Oh, James.
Because you only had one for a while.
Exactly. Alex, what do you think about this old Tim Walz thing?
You're fired.
You're fired. Get out.
Yeah.
See you. Bye.
Exactly. Hey, Truthers here. Lindsay, glad you could make it. Truthers coming to us from the United Kingdom. Welcome in. Jeff K said he should be fine. He says he's a knucklehead. I'm not sure what that is. Knight 2024 said Mike Lindell for Minnesota governor. Yeah, I can't imagine Mike not winning, but we'll have to wait and see. Interesting. Earl Shannon said, I'm sorry, guys, but I was 50-50 on President Trump's speech last night. Loved the money for the soldiers, but wasn't into the test. Did I miss something? No, I think it was just a matter of him talking about his accomplishments in a way that was able to get out on mainstream media because he kind of did a head fake. Everybody thought he was going to be talking about Venezuela or something else, and he was able to get his message out into the mainstream media. At least that's my position on it. Westy Mom is here from Arizona. Hey, Westy, glad you could make it. So another Maha Make America Healthy Great, Make America Healthy Again victory. No more junk food in SNAP in 18 states. Dave?
Well, common sense, right? I mean, if they're not footing the bill, we say what you can have and what you can't have. And obviously, steaks and hamburger and pork and everything else is right up the borderline. Junk food like candy, cakes, cookies, pies, energy drinks, and alcohol should not be on the list. Common sense.
100%. Alex?
I mean, Maha movement keeping the wheels moving forward. You've got companies removing things. You've got, government programs removing things. I think it's going to be very interesting how over the course of the next 10 years, the repercussions of what we're doing today are going to be seen. Repercussions, I think benefits of what we're doing today will be seen 100%.
100%.
Kissing Bandit, why not all the states? I agree. You have to sign on and get through because they're pushing a bunch of red tape. But the only Democratic state out of the 18 was Colorado. Out of all the states, only 17, obviously, 17 Republican states and 1 Democratic, which was Colorado.
Interesting. Sassy Minnesota girl said, I read that Trump spoke for 17 minutes last night. I went back and looked, Sassy. I don't think it was. I think it was 18 minutes and 30 seconds or something. But you're not the only one who said that, so I'm not sure. I'm not positive about that. Hey, Valerie James is here. Hey, Valerie, haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could make it. Teresa, thank you for all the gifts. It's really sweet. And Sherry, thank you for the gifts. Let's see here. Native San Diegan said he knows how to play their game. Absolutely. 100% I agree. That's really interesting. We've got some questions. I'm not really sure about that YouTube question, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. Let's see. This is a big one. I didn't expect this one, but Dan Bongino has announced that he will be stepping down at the end of January from his position as assistant FBI director. Now, that seems strange to me. I mean, I know he has a huge following on social media. I know he's got a show. Maybe that had something to do with it. What do you make of it, Alex?
Well, I mean, I don't know how many of you have followed Mr. Bongino for a while, but he's also had some pretty serious health challenges, fighting the big C word and some other things going on. So, I don't know. Can't pretend to know why. We'd like to think why. Maybe there is a little bit of dissent because there has been some statement made about what was going to happen versus what is happening. Maybe his ambitions to get some things into the light were quelled by a message of timing and patience and what has to come out and when, and maybe that frustrated him. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Right, exactly. Sherry said super disappointed in Dan. Well, I get that. I understand that, but I think he's playing a role at some level, and I think that he is being instructed what to do and what not to do. Now, that's just my opinion. I have no receipts to bring onto that, but I think, Dave, what do you make of it?
Well, disappointed and saddening because we know that he's the right guy for any position because he's going to do it. He's a man of action. When you're walking into a government role, that action and government role mean two different things, and I think that's the frustrating part, in my opinion, of what I see. I don't think it will come out anytime soon because I'm sure has his lips zipped for the meantime. But I feel like he's a man of action and was not allowed to move forward with stuff that he thought was very, very important.
Right.
And that gets frustrated. If you're a guy like that or a woman like that, the frustration in that.
Cindy Lou said that Dan has an issue with Pam Bondi. Well, I think several people do at this point, but we're not done. Andrea Lynn 81 said his podcast helped Trump a lot. At least I think so. I think you're right. Martini Time seems to agree as well. Kissing Bandit and Lipstick said, I think Dan is still in Trump's plan. 100% I agree. I think he is too. How it's all playing out, well, that's a different story. David Morales says, the media prep with the headline Trump to make an announcement, Trump to address the world, job done. We know who's running the media now, in my humble opinion. I agree with you. David. Kathleen Paschke on Facebook said, I agree, Dave. And Skippy said, scam Blondie. Huh, interesting. Yeah, she's taken some heat. There's no question about it. She's taken some heat. But I'm convinced, even if she is off the reservation, it'll be handled, if that's the case, and I don't think it is.
In the same breath of that, saying that's not people like Pam or she's not right for the job. If that's true, if that was true, in my opinion, Trump wouldn't. He'd be like, get out. Yeah. You're done. That's it right away, because he doesn't have time to jack around. He literally has 3 years.
Well, and his first term is what really ferreted out, who was on his side and who wasn't. So the second term coming in, he knew who to play and who not to, or play with, I should say. Doug Rice,
listen to who not to.
Yeah, exactly. Doug Rice 59 said, Dan has learned more than he can handle regarding the Epstein files. Pure Blood Holly John says, I'm a big Dan fan. I think it's in the plan also. Yeah, I would agree so. PJ Party said, Doug, I agree. He's a Christian man that ripped him apart. Interesting. Very interesting. Squiggly 77 said, Trump has 7 more years. Well, we don't know what's going to happen when 2020 is revealed. I agree with you. Could he have another 4 years? Could there be some change to the limit of 10 years in the Constitution? Well, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how it plays out.
There's reports of large sums of money and constitutional scholars out there saying that it could happen.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people talking about that. 100% I agree. Okay, so Skippy said she does literally nothing. Again, I don't think what we're seeing is accurate in terms of what's really happening behind the scenes. But again, that's just my opinion. So let's do a sponsor break now, and then let's bring Perry on from Best Line Racing. So first up, we have Mike Lindell, MyPillow.com. Go to MyPillow.com, use the discount code SAM, and get some last-minute gifts for those that you love. Secondly, we have Neil Naturopathic, the only toxin-free, chemical-free hair care products that I'm aware of on the marketplace today. neilnaturopathic.com. Use the discount code SAM20 and you'll get 20% off your order. And of course, Dr. Peter Glidden, who will be joining us again tomorrow for our health and wellness show on Fridays. If you go to my website, samshalhoub.com, click on the link in the upper right-hand corner, and it'll take you to Dr. Glidden's website. He has put together a robust website, membership-based website, where you can ask him just about any question you can think of when it comes to health and wellness. Use the code SAM and you'll get a 30% discount. And of course, Bestline Racing, the most effective fuel and oil additive treatment company on the market, or in the market today. And Perry will be joining us here shortly. Alex, what about a little bit about meditation?
The link's in my bio. I wrote a book, A Beginner's Guide to Meditation, so the easy road to a peaceful mind. All links are fixed on my website. If you buy the book between now and the end of the year, I will do a 1-hour training with you. We'll actually walk through the meditation together and answer any questions that you have.
Right. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Benji 1959 said, I think he was showing things that messed him up. The real AFP said Dan Bongino might be able to make a bigger impact on his social media circle. That's a very good point. Very good point. Cindy Lou said Dan is definitely a Christian man. Lisa Maria is agreeing with you too, Alex. Okay, so let's see. I think Perry is here somewhere. Do you guys see him? Hey, Indiana Farmer, thank you for all the gifts.
I sent him an invite.
Oh, you did? I'll see if he's...
looks like he just dropped out. Maybe he's having issues. Wonderful TikTok.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, there's a lot going on there. I don't know what's happening. Christy C is here. Good morning, Christy. Let's see. Perry, if you can hear us, just send a request, or once you come into the chat, or once you come into the live again, we can send it to you. But I'm not sure.
He's still labeled as invited. He came back. So
he did.
Not sure. Yeah.
Okay. So Perry, just hit the accept button, and that should bring you into the live. Let's see here. Well, I don't know if we're having some technical issues or what. Wouldn't surprise me with all that's going on right now. Well, let's see if we can get him on here in a minute. In the meantime, we'll go back and talk about Trump expanded the travel ban to block Palestinians and 7 additional countries from entering the U.S. Dave, what did you hear about it?
Well, it's one of those deals. I think now it affects 39 countries as of late December right now. But I think we're in protection mode of what could break out. Obviously, Southern California.
Can't hear you, Dave. There you go.
Southern California kind of showed what's happening, what happened. So there are threats out there. And I think by limiting on what's coming in and coming out, going out, or coming in at least, is kind of put a little more protection on that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Alex?
He's not blocking countries for no reason. When we look at what's going on around the world, and certain people and belief systems that are trying to sow chaos, I think he's again shining the light in the corners to watch the cockroaches scatter, and you're not going to come here and you're not going to sow chaos here.
Right.
Period.
100%. I agree. Okay, so are we seeing Perry? Oh, there he is. Let's see. Well, Perry, you've been invited. I don't know why you're not accepting, or if you're having issues accepting. You can text me if need be, but you have been sent the invitation. Well, all right. Well, let's see if we can get him squared away here in a minute. Moving on. HHS, the Department of Health and Human Services, terminated 7 grants totaling millions of dollars to the American Academy of Pediatrics, citing misalignment with agency priorities, including the use of identity-based language. Perry just said, I don't see the invitation, Alex.
Down at the bottom, Perry, multi-guest, if you click on that, it looks like a couple of little people together.
Right between the microphone and the rows.
Yeah.
So the American Academy citing misalignment with agent priorities, including the use of identity-based language, such as references to racial disparities in pregnant people and insufficient focus on nutrition and chronic disease. Dave, did you dig into that anymore?
Yeah, I looked at it. A lot of negatives that are coming from the other side: early identification of autism, reduction of sudden death in syndrome with SIDS, improvement of rural health and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, it's either going against what we're trying to improve, or maybe some fraud across the board. So they're going to clean it out and move forward with it.
Right, and it's just
one more thing, Perry. Make sure that you're on a phone, not on your computer. Just double checking that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe that's what it is. Kissing Bandit Lips said, "Yeah, what does that mean, Sam? What are you asking, Bandit? What does what mean? I'm not sure what you mean." So RFK Jr. is making significant strides when it comes to HHS, and he is getting all kinds of flack for it. I mean, here in California, here in Los Angeles specifically, so many of the left is just going after him like you wouldn't believe. It's crazy. They are, they even make fun of the way he talks. They say he's not a doctor. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. And I don't understand how they can't see that he's working towards making our kids and everyone's health, everybody's lives healthier. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know where they're coming from. Are they just that far gone that they can't understand it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, look who's here. Perry, you there?
Hey, sorry guys. Yeah, no, I was trying to.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit. Hey, excuse
I'm
my
not
language.
kidding.
Perry, I don't know what's going on here.
Fight?
Huh? Yeah.
We heard him.
John Gwynn said more TDS, I'm guessing. Yeah, exactly. I think that's part of it. And it's translating to some of his cabinet members. I mean, these people just can't see right in front of their own eyes. It just is mind-blowing to me.
Well, Sam, when it comes to our kids, why wouldn't you take extra steps to do whatever it takes? Talking to my dentist, she goes, "Oh, I love fluoride. It needs to be fluoride, and they need to not take it out of the water." And she's a Republican, and I go, "Could we review that and make sure?" Well, yeah. I said, "Okay, let's confirm.
Dave,
Let's make
30
everything
years
good."
ago, I read articles from the New England Journal of Medicine, MIT, Harvard, the British Lancet, all of them explaining how toxic it is. And I've had multiple conversations over the years with literally hundreds of people on the toxicity of fluoride. And it's got to be cognitive dissonance. I don't know how else to explain it.
Right.
There he is. Well, what the hell do you know, mister?
You're muted. You gotta hit the microphone and unmute, brother. We can't hear you. Microphone at the bottom of the screen.
Right next to the people.
Let me see if I can send him invite to unmute. There we go. Try it now.
Hey.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Jeez.
Damn any crickets. I could have swore I was on my computer last time.
No, got to be on your phone.
Fine.
Unless you have TikTok Studio, but if you have a Mac, you can't. Well, they do have it for Mac now, but so how the heck are you, Perry?
Well, all right now.
I don't think your microphone is turned on. I think.
Are you
you're going through your
connected?
phone.
Is your phone connected to Bluetooth?
Not yet.
It's either earbuds or a mic or something that it's it's a
Yeah,
ways
it's
away
connected
from
to
you, whatever it
something.
is.
It sounds like your microphone's on the other side of the room.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
We're
Hang
getting
in
close.
there, everybody. We're getting there.
We're getting closer though, aren't we?
Actually, I had my Bluetooth speaker from across the room on. You can hear me now, yeah?
Yes, we can.
Finally. Good morning, Perry.
They threw everything at you this morning, Perry.
Yeah, I'll do better next time. I don't know. I mean, last time it was I was on my computer, my Mac and my phone talked to each other, and that's how I did it before. But anyway, so yeah, I don't have my good audio on, but as long as you can hear me, that's fine.
You sound great.
Yeah, talking about health and wellness.
Hey, exactly. Well, and
Not for human consumption, everybody.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, you read the back of the bottle too?
Yeah, exactly. So I was telling everybody over, this week leading up to you coming on, Perry, that you have done some extensive additional testing. And now everybody, first of all, Perry, tell everybody who you are and what you represent, and then we'll get into the testing.
Yeah. So I'm Perry Anderson, founder of Best Line Racing. And yeah, I mean, if you're not, take a look at all of our reviews on Amazon and the website. There's thousands of 5-star reviews. They're real. We don't buy reviews like others. And we don't post fake testimonials. I'd love to talk about some people that do, but we don't. Our product's real. And yeah, we ran some more tests this week on a very well-known additive that's making all kinds of claims. They're big, into marketing. And I had our chemist. I bought him one of the products, had it shipped from Amazon to him. He tested that and said, "No, this has to be wrong. Why don't you buy one from another location?" So I bought one from TikTok, and the results were less than amazing.
Now, was this for the oil additive or the fuel additive?
No, that's oil additive. Sorry.
So tell everybody a little bit about what your product does and why it's important.
Yeah, well, we're going to reduce the friction. So we have real third-party test lab results that show about a 60% reduction in friction, right? If you reduce the friction between the parts, you're releasing power, right? Your engine has less friction, so it's going to be able to put more power to the tires, to the wheels. And it's also going to give you better mileage because it's using less energy to produce that power. And as a consequence of that, you're also extending the life of the motors by a lot, right? Because there's a number of additives that are in all products, and you can buy cheap additives. You can use fewer or more. What we use, it's a very high grade additive package that you mix with your current oil of any kind. So it's going to release friction, which is going to extend the engine life, and your car, truck, or motorcycle is probably one of your largest assets, and it's not cheap to have them fixed nowadays. In fact, I got a quick story. It was on my Ford Edge, my daily driver. My belts were starting to squeal, so I went to AutoZone and bought the belts, and that wasn't too surprising. But before I did that, I was just going to have somebody do it because it takes like 10 minutes. They wanted like $700
just to replace the belt.
Yeah, 2 belts. You have your serpentine that's on the idler wheel, right? It's on a spring tension wheel. So you release the tension, you put that on, and you're done. The AC unit, they call them stretch belts now. It's the same belt that they were when I was a kid, but instead of having an adjustment, you have a little adapter that pulls the belt onto the pulley. But still, 2 belts, about 10 minutes, $700. Excuse me. So anyway, guess what? I did it myself.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense.
I was going to say, I would have done it for 400 for you, Perry.
Exactly.
I'll do it for 3.
Yeah,
We're going to get into a bidding war here.
I'd still make $200 an hour. I mean, thank God for mechanics. I love them all. We have a lot of them as very good friends and customers. But anyhow, the point being, yeah, your car, truck, or motorcycle is, it's not going to be cheap to repair. And we can reduce the repair costs by a lot. Like I said, we have plenty of customers. You can take a look at the reviews. And what we're doing now with Sam, because we love all of your followers and the content, we're extending that 50% off sale till the end of the month.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, we've never done that.
Wow, that's really generous. Thank you, Perry. And like I said, Teresa Freya Contractor said my 150 Ford pickup truck is one of my biggest assets for sure. And I think that's one of the reasons that it's important. You know, we focus on the political spectrum, we focus on health and wellness, but in the real world, we have assets that need to be protected. And I don't think there's a better way to do that with our major assets of automobiles and trucks and what have you than using the proper additives to prolong the life and the performance of those vehicles. So now, Perry, you said that you did some new testing, and I want everybody to understand what it is. What did they use? What did they do? What were the results?
Well, without naming names, because I don't want to end up in any kind of battle, there are and always have been. So one of the lubricity machines that we use, and it's purely to show the end user, you know, you guys, the difference between oils and lubricants. It was actually made by Timken, who makes wheel bearings, and they did it to test grease long time ago. But we're still using a machine like that.
What's that machine called?
It's a Timken lubricity machine. You could look it up and see them, and we'll do some more videos. The videos I did would show the people that we were testing against, so I'm not going to show that. But what we'll also do is actually we'll ask your audience, right? What kind of oil would they like us to test our product with? So it's your base oil, whatever it is, that you put in your motor all the time when you do an oil change. What is that? And would you like us to show you how that tests with our product in it?
Well,
You'll be
Mobile One
surprised.
Synthetic.
What's that?
Mobile One Synthetic.
All right. Well, yeah, we've done that, but I'll do it again. What viscosity?
What do I put in the vet? I believe it's 5W30.
Okay. Now, sorry.
Kissing Bandit and Lipstick said, what is the additive for? And you have a couple different products, so maybe break it down for them.
Yeah, our primary product that we're really well known for is the engine oil additive. So you're mixing this product. It's a 12-ounce bottle. It mixes with 5 quarts of oil. If it's your daily driver, right? If it's just a regular driving car. If it's high performance, like a Corvette, we double that. We do 2 bottles for every 5 quarts. But you can also, because we have antioxidants in it. So the reason oil wears out and the reason you have to change it isn't so much the debris that's in it. It's more that the additive package is no longer doing its job because it oxidized, right? So we have antioxidants in ours that extend the oil life. So if you're changing every 5,000 miles, you can go up to 10,000 miles. You could literally double your oil change. So it's paying for itself right at that point, right? So the engine oil additive is what we're really well known for. We have our new diesel fuel treat. That's a full combination. It's it's a super condensed product that, so 1 gallon treats 1,600 gallons of fuel. Your cost per gallon is a nickel, but it's going to return 30 to 40 cents just on fuel savings alone. And then you have the DPF cleaning that it does, the lubrication that it has in it to, keep your injectors in good shape, and cleansers that are going to clean the deposits out of the combustion chambers too. So our diesel fuel treat, that's new. Well, it's new because we've put everything into one concentrate rather than having a bunch of different ones like we've had in the past. This is one product. And again, we only sell those in gallons and 55-gallon drums right now. We'll ultimately have it in the smaller containers. But again, 1 gallon treats 1,600 gallons of fuel. We do a big job with our farmers and heavy equipment guys. That's, they're seeing the noticeable difference. So you're going to save anywhere from 6 to 10% on fuel savings, and it depends on the rig, depends on the age of the motor and all that sort of thing. But regardless, you're paying a nickel and you're going to get about 30 cents back at minimum. So
now here's a good question. Jerry BR549 said, does your product go in transmissions, gearboxes, rear ends, not just the engine?
Not today.
Okay. Yeah, to just be honest, tell people because we don't want them to
But
be doing
wait,
something.
there's more.
Exactly. So
sorry, go ahead.
no, they did no. So not at this point, Jerry. Knight 2024 said their oil is Castrol OW20. Rick Senior said Quaker State. User said 10 weight 30 Mobile One. Tim Shaw said Amsoil 5 weight 30. I hope I'm reading these correctly.
You are.
The 5W, that's 5 winter 30. It's winter. It's how the viscosity, the numbers on the bottle of the oil. So like a 5W30, it performs like a 5 weight in winter in the cold weather, and then a 30 when it's warmed up and at engine operating temperature. So that's what those numbers mean.
So Sassy Minnesota Girl said, so does your oil have to be low in order to add the product?
No, well, I shouldn't say that. Technically, maybe legally, I have to say you have to leave room for the 12 ounces, but most motors don't care. If you're running a flat 6 Porsche motor, remove a little bit of oil, but it's only 12 ounces for the 5 quarts. So normally there's room for that. You can just add it on top, and it can be, used oil. I mean, you could be halfway through your oil cycle. Ideally, to get the best results, you would do it when you're going to change the oil, which in the wintertime like this, like we talked about before, you've got a lot of condensation happening in that crankcase. You have water forming in the crankcase that's going to mix with the oil, and that's not good. You want to get rid of that. So the two things you want to do is, change your oil this time of year, and when you warm that car up, make sure you warm it up enough to where it reaches normal operating temperature, so it kind of blows off. It gets rid of that moisture that's in the crankcase, right? So 20-30 minutes minimum. Don't just go to the store and back in 5-10 minutes. You'll end up building up moisture in with that oil, and that's not good.
Kissing Bandit Lipstick said, will you please show the bottle up close again? There we go. David Morales over on YouTube said, is it gasket friendly? I've heard of potential erosion, hot spots, gradual degradation of weak spots. I've blown 2 heads and was asked if I used additives.
That's a great question. It's more pertaining to the old school additives from 10 years, 20 years ago, where they had solvents that would actually pull the elastomers out of gaskets and O-rings and things. That's really no longer the case with most, good companies. You're not going to see that, but we have, there's an additive that most people use that help to keep the elastomers in the gaskets. That's not really a problem anymore, but certainly not with ours.
Valerie James says, I use Rotella for both diesel and gas. And PJ Party said, what pushback will my mechanic give me when I hand him a bottle and tell him to add it with my oil change?
Not much. I mean, most guys are up to speed on this sort of thing, but you never know. If he's real old school, there are still some people that don't understand that this is an additive package that improves the additive package that's in the oil. So one more time too, about 90% of the cost of that oil that's in the bottle that you're putting in your car, about 90% of the cost are the additive packages that go into it. And there's no mystery. So, most oils are actually a group 3 now because it's the cheapest on, and it's synthetic. And then it's the additive packages that go into it. So you can have a $4 bottle of oil and a $9 or $10 bottle of oil, like the AMSOILs, and the difference in price is because of the additives that are in it.
Sassy Minnesota Girl said, will my vehicle stop leaking oil? I need a miracle.
That might still be a miracle, but it might work. It's probably worth, they're half off right now, so it's going to be, they're about $10. So,
crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy, Harry.
Valerie,
yeah. So it's 50% off. Plus, we're still paying for the shipping, so we're losing money. Just to let you know.
Well, and that's really generous of you to offer that to all of our community here, Perry. And so, PJ Party said, I have a high performance car and have to have the expensive oil. Valerie James says, is it going to mess up my Jeep? They are weird.
You know, we have a lot of Jeep users, off-roaders that, challenge those motors. This will certainly be better for it. And you should notice, because it's reducing the friction right away. After about 10 or 15 minutes of operating, you'll probably notice less vibration, less noise, which is telling you your motor's working more easily. It's going to be great for Jeeps. We have tons of Toyota owners using our product. We have one of our good friends over at Snail Trail 4x4 that uses our product and has been promoting it for a long time, because they want to keep, when you're out in the Rubicon, out in the middle of the Rubicon or middle of nowhere, you want to make sure you get home. So they use our product.
James Nocerino said, can we buy it in any store? Now, you might be able to, but if you want to get the discounts that Perry has so graciously offered our community, you need to go to samshalhoub.com. There is a button on the right-hand side that says Best Line Racing. Just click on that button. And do they need a code when they check out, Perry?
Yeah, the code's, funnily enough, Sam.
Okay, cool. So go to samshalhoub.com, click on the Best Line Racing button. It'll take you to his website, buy the products that you want, use the code SAM, and he is giving you a 50% discount through the end of the week or the year.
The month.
Wow.
Right? So
through the end of the month.
Yeah, the other thing that I should probably mention is that it's really fast shipping. We actually use Amazon as our shipper. We put tons of product in on Amazon. We ship in pallet loads, and we use them as our warehouse. So it'll ship from Amazon, the closest Amazon warehouse. So it usually gets to you in 2 or 3 days. It's real fast.
Excellent.
And it'll come in a non-Amazon marked box. They don't, anyway.
So here's 2 more questions before you leave us, Perry. First best username ever said, is it turbo safe? And Nurse said, is it safe to use in hybrids?
So particularly with turbos, there's a lot of them, like in my little Edge, right? It's so the Diamond Nano Lube that we've been using for 5 years is a super high temp oil additive. So it's particularly good for turbos. By the way, we don't have any solids in it like Teflon or anything like that. I mean, as you may remember, a bunch of years ago, there was a well-known company, and they're still in business, but they used to use Teflon and make a big deal out of it. Teflon is very slippery. It does reduce friction, but it also causes buildup. And that's why they were pulled off the market, I don't know, 10, 20, 15 years ago. But anyhow, we don't have anything like that that's going to build up in the turbo. You want that turbo to be clean and the lubricant to be able to handle the high temps. We can handle well over 400 degrees. Working with our NASCAR engine builder guys, they're able to measure the oil temperature between the bearings. It gets over 400 degrees between those bearings. And you want that oil to be able to survive that. Ours does.
Valid. Go ahead.
Sorry. And in the other question was for the hybrid. Yeah, those motors still require, because that hybrid motor is going to be turning on and off, which is really tough on a motor. This will help it, particularly on cold starts. So it's going to, our product stays on the mechanical moving parts, stays up there when the oil's drained down into the crankcase, even overnight. So when you fire it up, you're going to have much less wear.
Excellent. David Morales says, is it available at Amazon UK? He's in the UK. Is it available to Europe?
Not yet. We used to ship into Europe and Canada, but the tariffs and the shipping costs just got crazy. We got too many complaints, so I'm sorry, not yet.
And then Vonnie Darling over on Facebook said, we race dwarf cars with 1,000cc motorcycle motors. Would it be safe for that type of motor?
Yeah, actually, I was talking about not shipping to people outside the country, but in Australia is where we got hooked up with a group down there that's doing a lot of those. Yeah, and those motors from, oh come on, what's that tool company? Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
People are buying
the cheap ones. Yeah.
Yeah. People are buying those $100 1,000cc motors and using that to race. And this will certainly help because on the crankshaft, the rod does not have a bearing. It's aluminum. So, you want to take care of that.
And Perry, do you require so like if I go out and buy a new vehicle, do you require a break-in period before we put your product in because it works so good? Obviously, it's good for your vehicles to get break-in period to get all aligned up and that. Do you recommend a break-in period for your oil additive?
No, it's not needed. The manufacturers now do their own break-in period. I mean, that was, that's for the rings and the cylinder walls primarily. And it's not going to do anything to that. It's not going to harm that one bit. So no, you can use it right away. But go ahead and run it 1,000 or 2,000 miles before if you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now, Valerie James said, I ordered it a while back the last time you were on the show, and I haven't gotten it yet. Is there
the engine treatment or the fuel treatment?
I'm not sure
Engine,
which one.
Engine, I think she was saying.
She didn't specify in there. Just put in there, Valerie, which one you ordered, and we'll certainly look into it and find out what's going on. Tim Shaw 707 says, do you use a full bottle on a V twin?
Normally, yeah. I mean, the Harleys, as you know, well, I'm not sure if it's a Harley. There's more V twins than just Harleys. They get hot, so you can double it up. But again, it depends on how many quarts of oil are in there. I've had a lot of motorcycles that I love, and we double the amount because you're revving them high. They get hot. But what am I trying to say? So it'll work very well in any Harley in the crankcase and the transmission. If you're running a wet clutch, it works great for that too. It treats the metal parts and not the clutch pack. So you will get zero slippage. You'll just get all the power and running a little bit cooler.
Valerie James said it was the oil additive. I ordered a gallon for gas engines.
Actually, you have a second? Let me look her up. I'm in the system. The name is Valerie?
I'm assuming it's under Valerie
That's her
James.
TikTok name. Maybe the best way to handle it, Valerie, if you could send him a TikTok message with the email address that you registered with, that'll help him, or even an order number, that'll help him find you in the system. There were some other questions about older cars, newer cars. I have put the oil treatment in a 1982 Chevy Blazer with 350 that has 100,000 original miles on it, and have noticed that it stopped spitting the black carbon as bad as it was before, which is direct result of what he was talking about, where it builds up the moisture inside of the engine. I also have an almost 800 horsepower 8-quart engine in my Corvette, and have noticed a smoother idle.
Let's go back to Valerie real quick. I was able to dig into this. Is Valerie, you in Colorado? I'm not going to say the last name.
Yeah. So let's just see. She'll respond here in a minute. Tim Shaw 707 said, I just ordered 2. Excellent, Tim. You'll love it. Valerie
yes.
James said yes.
Okay, so Valerie, it's out for delivery today. It went USPS. For some reason, Amazon shipped it that way. And yeah, sorry, it's slow boat. It's supposed to be there today between now and 12:30.
Okay, now that's what I call customer service, you guys. You got a beef, and Perry gets it handled. Toot sweet. I like that. All right, everybody. So we're going to let Perry go. Thank you, Perry, for being here. We'll hope to have you on in the next week or two. Everybody, take advantage of this incredible offer. Go to samshalhoub.com, click on the Best Line Racing button in the top right-hand corner. You're going to get a 50% discount through the end of the year. 50%. That's a big deal. Perry, I don't know what to say other than thank you for being so generous with everyone.
No, well, we know for a fact that once customers start to use the product, they continue to use it because it works. So, giving it away for a little while is not a problem. We're going to end up enjoying your customers, and they should enjoy us. And if anybody has any trouble, please let Sam or I know.
Yeah, Valerie James said, excellent customer service with a whole bunch of exclamation points. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So, Perry, thanks for being here. If we don't see you before, have a very Merry Christmas and stay out of trouble, would you please?
I'll try.
All right. See you, Perry.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Perry.
Love you guys. Talk to you.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Wonderful. Oh, that was great. Okay, everybody, let's see. Well, we didn't hit our goal today, but oh wait, did we have? Let's see. I think
We got a couple left.
we got a couple left. Okay, so let's get to the last one. Well, it's basically talking about the warrior dividend. I mean, of all the things that President Trump spoke about yesterday, the fact that he's giving $1,776 to our service members is epic. Absolutely epic. Dave?
Yeah, President Trump said it's on its way as we speak. And I think Alex added up, it's like 2.4 or 2.5 billion dollars going to the people who fight for our freedom, and that's unbelievable, especially after what just happened to some Iowa National Guard over there. So unbelievable.
Exactly. Alex?
1776. To the people that make the ultimate sacrifice for this country. When you sign that dotted line, you are committing your entire existence to the preservation and the defense of the Constitution and the
Trump train, Benji 1959. Sorry, Alex. I get excited when I see the Trump train. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all, folks.
I get a little lit up when I see the Trump train. So does everybody in the chat, too. All right, well, let's see here. Oh, Jerry BR said third term. Let's see if he runs again. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see because nobody knows. All right, before we get to final thoughts, I want to have some honorable mentions here. Benji 1959, Charlie, John Gwynn, Wendy, PJ Party, Pureblood Holly Johns, Teresa Freya Contractor, Tim Shaw 707, LSE.3, David, Melissa Flinner, Kingsgirl 1974, Jerry BR 549, Sassy Minnesota Girl, Not a Guru, Glenn, Martini Time, David, and the list goes on. Thank you all. Thank you for the gifts to you too, LSE.3. All right, let's move to final thoughts, Dave.
Thanks for joining us, guys, today. And that offer by Perry, please take advantage of it. You're not going to find a better deal throughout the next week or so here, but get it stuff ordered if you're even thinking about it. You're going to save some nice money on that deal. But Trump had an intelligent briefing at 11 o'clock today. He signs the marijuana executive order today at 1:30. And participates in a Christmas reception at 4:15, and signs a National Defense Authorization Act at 6, and the First Lady and him have a Christmas reception at 8:15. So he is truly working overtime today.
Thanks, Dave. Squiggly77 said Sam needs meditation. I already own the book. I may not be all that great at it, but Alex?
Melissa Flinner, I just found your email from Tuesday afternoon at 5:13. It went to my junk folder. So I will respond to that. We will get you on the schedule and time. We say it every show. Can't buy it, can't make it. It's not lost on us that you choose to invest it with us, and we appreciate it. Gentlemen, have a blessed evening. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs in the audience, Benji, you're fired. Stop sending trains when I'm trying to talk. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon.
David Morales said over on YouTube, said, I've just been teaching the meaning of integrity. Trump, Perry, and the Daily Dispatchers are great examples. Thank you so much, David. You know, we get to spend an hour with you guys every day. It just warms my heart. There's so many wonderful people in this world, and all of them here with us just makes my heart happy. And I want to thank all of you. And even though there's times when we have challenges and there's bumps in the road, just keep in mind that the best is yet to come. All right, everybody, have a great day. Alex, my apologies for interrupting you. I just get so excited when I see the Trump train. I hardly can contain myself. Everybody, everybody have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks, guys.
Interstatism, rock and roll.
Exactly.